At the beginning of this week, you are going to find yourself exploring something for the first time in your life. And it's going to be so interesting the way this is actually going to happen. All I can say to you, of course, it's going to be unplanned and it's going to be completely unexpected. And you are just going to feel so drawn. You're going to feel so drawn to explore something, my gorgeous Pisces. You are most certainly, seriously, you are not going to be able to help yourself whatsoever. And then, boom, 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 something is going to happen, baby. And you are going to have such a beautiful, such a powerful experience. Not only with you exploring whatever you're gonna feel drawn to explore, not only you're gonna have such a beautiful, like really powerful experience, my gorgeous Pisces, but at that moment in time, I need you to hear me, baby. At that moment in time, you are going to step into your power, which means that you are going to have such a brilliant idea, like such a brilliant idea on what you want to do next. And this idea, it's gonna be amazing. This idea, it's gonna be so big. Just remember, it's all gonna lead towards this particular idea, especially when it comes to what do you want to do next in your life. And you're gonna feel this so strongly. You're gonna feel this on a completely different level, because at this moment in time you're going to transcend as well. You're transcending, my gorgeous Pisces, with this particular idea you're going to have. So naturally, indeed, you are going to feel so different. On one hand, you're gonna feel so excited and energetic, but on another hand, you are gonna feel a little bit confused as well, because you know you're gonna be so inspired. It's to do with this major inspiration you're going to have when it comes to this idea. You are literally not gonna be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. This is because the moment in time you do have this idea when it comes to what you want to do next, at that moment in time, this is also going to create such a beautiful balance, such a gorgeous balance in your life. And it's also going to increase clarity in general, but especially when it comes to like, what do you need to reevaluate at this stage of your life? What do you need to reevaluate at this stage of your life? You need to take this very seriously. Okay, what do you need to reevaluate at this stage of your life? But also, I will tell you one thing. This is important. This is important, my gorgeous Pisces. I will tell you one thing. Don't hesitate to walk away. Don't hesitate to walk away from things that no longer serve you. But especially when it comes to one thing, which is going to be on your mind. Yes, you're gonna be happy with this idea. Yes, it's all about this inspiration. Yes, you're gonna be excited, but also at the same time, something is gonna pop into your mind where you're gonna feel something specific. It's gonna pop into your mind and you're gonna feel, oh no, I can't do this now, or I can't take this seriously now because of this, because of that, blah blah blah. It's to do with something really specific popping into your mind, and it is kind of going to create this mini barrier in between you and in between this particular idea. So that's why I say, baby, don't hesitate to walk away from whatever this is, because this is a sign, this is a clear indication that that particular thing in your life has come to an end. So right now, you need to think about priorities, changing in your life. And this is going to be number one, really, for you to pay attention to in terms of priorities. This has come to an end in general, but right now you need to immediately kind of somehow understand this. Maybe you can't walk away from it like straight away. Maybe you cannot walk away from it straight away. I completely understand, but you will realize, as long as you take this very seriously, and as long as you don't see this as a priority as a priority number one, what's kind of still holding you back a little bit, you are gonna be on top of the game, baby. So that's why I need you to trust your intuition, my gorgeous Piscelini, no matter what, because this is happening for a reason. This is happening for a reason. There is no doubt about it. This idea, there is so much more to it. Oh my God, this idea is going to be brilliant. But as the time goes by, this is going to have a tremendous impact on your life. It's going to start with an idea what you want to do so badly, but you have no idea how much this is actually going to turn your life around within the next 2 months already. Within the next 2 months already, your life is going to feel so much different. Seriously. The whole new door are about to open. This is not only gonna bring so much into your life, but I can also see in terms of maybe new acquaintances, in terms of a new people walking into your life, in general. This is honestly going to have a tremendous impact on your life in every possible way you can imagine. And in 2 months' time already, you're gonna be asking yourself, not asking yourself, but you're gonna be wondering oh my God, how come I didn't do this sooner? How come I didn't do this earlier? This is exactly how you're gonna feel. Absolutely brilliant. And you really are gonna learn so much about yourself within the next 2 months. You really are going to be pleasantly surprised. You really are going to be pleasantly surprised. There are so many things connected to this particular idea in terms of bright prospects, oh my God, absolutely brilliant. So there is a reason, there is a reason why you're gonna feel so excited. And now suddenly, you know how much happiness this is already going to bring into your life. You're gonna start feeling more energetic, more optimistic, and you are really gonna start thinking about kind of taking care of yourself. Like in a spiritual way, taking care, you really are going to be reconnected with your own spirituality. So you're going to find yourself doing things you haven't done in absolute ages, but you're also going to start thinking about, what you can do to kind of make your life much better, in terms of your lifestyle. You're going to be thinking a lot about your lifestyle, about healthy lifestyles and about nutrition, about vitamins and minerals. You're going to become really conscious about these things. I'm not saying that you weren't thinking about it before, but it's so difficult to explain. Things are going to be felt on a completely different level. So you will know most certainly what your body needs as well, which is ever so important, okay? And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, at around the beginning of this week, you see, you know what I mean? It's like 2 official people are here. 2 important people, 2 official people, 2 smart people, important people, official people are gonna be connected to this. Now, this is different to what I've said so far, okay? I hope I'm not too confusing. This is gonna be different, my gorgeous Piscelini, because now this is different to what I've said. So another thing I wanted to say is gonna happen at around the beginning of this week. There are 2 official people, 2 important people who are, my God, two important people are going to be connected to this situation here. One of them or 2 of them are going to contact you, or they're going to get in touch with you. Both of them. I know that there are 2 people going to be connected to this situation. I will explain what what it is. Two people, two official people, smart, important, authoritative people are going to be connected to this situation, but maybe one of them is going to contact you, for example, and it's like you are going to have such a good news through these two official people, and official news, important news about something that was worrying you, you know, about something that was making you feel a little bit scared maybe lately, you know, you were anticipating something, some kind of information. When it comes to this couple of official people here, you were anticipating something, you know, I can see you thinking, oh my God, I'm not too sure, maybe being a little bit anxious as well about it, and this is going to be such a pleasant news, honestly. Whatever this is, it's going to put your mind to rest. Hallelujah, baby. It's going to put your mind to rest, because you will know that something kind of bad is coming to an end. It hasn't come to an end like yet completely, but the worst is over, which is brilliant. And you're going to feel so good, my gorgeous Pisces. You're going to feel so excited. This is going to mean to you so much, because you will know that a really big, like a weight of your really big weight of your shoulders, it's about to be lifted, you know, and you're gonna feel like, oh my God, like you're finally able to relax. And you are also gonna feel like you want to have a party. Seriously, how much this will actually mean to you, my gorgeous Pisces. There is no doubt about it. I honestly I'm seeing you here like you will be talking to your friends if you have friends, or you will be talking to your family members if you have family members, you know. I have to say it like this because maybe sometimes people don't have family members, or sometimes people don't have friends. I absolutely 1,000,000% understand. Everybody's on their own unique spiritual journey, okay? I understand. This life can bring us towards all sorts of paths and all sorts of directions, you know, and they are ever so different when it comes to every single one of us. So, you know, so if you do have a family and if you do have friends, I do see you talking to them, my gorgeous Pisces, and being so excited about this, because, you know, you will kind of know that this is also going to be the beginning of such a nice turning point in your life, because now you will be able to do what you want to do. That's exactly how you're gonna feel. I mean, how can I say this? How can I put this? You will be able to do in general what you want to do. But I do know that you're gonna be focusing on something really specific here. Is doing something really specific, but it's going to be connected to this particular situation, and it's really clever, it's really smart, it's really kind of smart choice, clever choice, you know, what you're going to be thinking about, and it's, you know, to do with you being able to do what you want to do right now. So it looks like karmically something has been kind of holding you back when it comes to this particular situation as well. So this is going to be absolutely brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Pisces, when it comes to the first part of this week, towards the midweek, there is a very unusual dream you're going to have, and this dream, again, a very unusual dream you're going to have, and this is going to happen overnight while you're sleeping. In the morning you may remember this dream, or you may not remember this dream, but the one particular thing is going to be on your mind. So if you do remember this dream, you know, this dream is going to remind you of something that you need to do. This dream is going to remind you of something that you need to urgently do, okay? Something that you forgot about, something from a long time ago, and it was happening at a time when you were like a little bit stressed, and you had a little bit of a negative change in circumstances, and you needed to hurry up with certain things in life, and you said that you're going to do this later, but you forgot, you know. But it's really important right now when you are tying your karmic ties with things, and you're walking away from things that no longer serve you. This is ever so important for you to pay attention to, my gorgeous Pisces. So you're either, if you do remember your dream, okay, in the morning, as soon as you wake up, you're going to be like, oh my God, I had this crazy dream, oh my God, and then instantly it's going to remind you of what you need to do, what you forgot about. But then if you don't remember your dream, you're still going to wake up one morning at around the midweek or at around the beginning of this week. You're going to wake up one morning and it's just going to come to you out of blue, like, oh my God, suddenly it's going to come to you. You're suddenly going to remember like that you just need to do something that you forgot about, okay? And it's exactly the same situation. And what's happening here, if you don't remember your dreams, you see, it's still subconsciously you're being guided. You may not necessarily remember your dream, but this is going to be connected to that particular dream that you're going to have, which you may not necessarily remember, but that doesn't matter. It's all about what this dream is going to point out to you. So if you don't remember this dream, you're still going to have this kind of thing on your mind that you really need to hurry up with, okay? And also, while you are doing this, you will realize somehow you're going to find out that a certain person in your life is going to need a little bit of help of yours. It's going to need your help. Somebody very close to you, somebody really important to you, with some kind of a difficult situation that person is going through, and you have got like this experience in life with exactly that. So that's why this is going to be quite a good experience for you as well. You will be enjoying yourself doing this, actually, because you will be helping to somebody who means to you so much. And also, when it comes to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Piscelini, wow, this is crazy. This is so brilliant, my gorgeous Piscelini, because come on, this week is going to be really nice, to be quite honest with you. At around the midweek, you are going to have something really spiritual. It's going to happen, something really beautiful, something really spiritual, like some kind of a spiritual enlightening experience. It's going to happen at around the time when you are really going to be thinking about certain things in life. You're going to be thinking about different things in life, like a deep things in life, how life can be sometimes mysterious, and I think that you're going to be looking at something, or something is going to trigger these feelings and emotions and this realization. So you're going to be thinking about lots of spiritual things, but also at the same time, just remember that there is something you will see. And something you will see, something really spiritual, perhaps some kind of a sign, or you will be looking at the part of the forest and you're going to think how beautiful, everything is connected, It's going to be some kind of a really beautiful spiritual experience, but very unique, very unique. And what you're going to realize, my gorgeous Piscelini, what are you going to realize? That when it comes to this beautiful spiritual experience, there is an insight that is going to come to you. There is an insight which you are going to have. And when it comes to that particular insight, you really are going to you're going to realize kind of, it's to do with the contemplation. This insight that you're suddenly going to have, it's to do with this contemplation you had for a while. You had this contemplation for a while, whether you're going to be a part of some kind of a competition. Okay, maybe this is to do with you being part of some kind of a competition and you didn't want to, or you were worrying about it, and that this is something that you actually need to do for a little while. So it's either to do with you being part of some kind of a competition for a little while and you did not like this whatsoever, or it's to do with this aspect of your life where you're going to need to do something for a little while, being surrounded by the people you do not want to be surrounded by, going to the place you don't want to go to. And we all need to do this. And you've been contemplating this for a while. This is to do with some kind of a situation from before. I really hope that this makes sense. But now there is a reason why in the middle of this spiritual experience you are going to have, you're suddenly going to be reminded of this as well. You were worrying about it. So but the bottom line is you like needing to spend a certain amount of time around people you do not want to be around, but this is so important. And now this insight that you are going to have, it's really kind of going to make you think about this, and you will kind of make an important decision here to actually do this. And this in itself, it's like you being part of something for a while, and you will know that you will gain and get something major out of it. You will gain and you will get something major out of it, but for so long you've been put off. Do you know what, my gorgeous Piscelini? Hallelujah, that you're actually going to go for it, because you are actually going to have an extremely rewarding experience, especially when it comes to you being so much better off financially after that moment in time. This is going to lead towards you being so much better off financially at that moment in time. This is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Piscelini. Absolutely brilliant indeed. And also, by the time you get to the last part of this week, listen, it's like when it comes to the last part of this week, you know, you really are somebody not really nice, somebody very dominating, is gonna do something at around the end of this week, something not really nice, not to you personally, but that person is maybe going to show their face, their real face, not like you didn't know this before, but this real face that you're gonna see, you're gonna become aware of, it's really going to put you off, not necessarily from this person because you didn't like this person whatsoever, but it's really kind of going to make you to snap out of something. For example, something is going to happen connected to this particular person who is not really nice, and it's going to make you realize that you are changing your mind about some kind of old plan, or you're changing your mind about you committing to something, you know, further. You really are going to change your mind, and you are really going to also be so surprised with yourself how adamant you're actually going to feel. This is a really great sign. You really need to understand this. On one hand, you're protecting your precious energy, your beautiful energy. You do know that, you do understand that, but then on another hand, you're also doing the right thing, and also this is the beginning of a radical change in your life. My gorgeous Piscelini, this is going to be the beginning of a radical change in your life. You seriously are going to make such an important decision here, not only to change your plans, not only to protect your energy and not to commit to this anymore. You're absolutely brilliant. This life is way too short for us to spend around people who have a bad impact on us and our lives. So you are indeed doing the right thing, you know, here in so many different ways, and you're gonna make an important decision, my gorgeous Piscelini, and this important decision that you are going to make, this important decision that you are going to make, it's really going to help you to adapt to that particular idea, to that major idea I mentioned at the beginning of this week. This is brilliant. Listen, this is going to not only help you, this important decision you're going to make after that, it's not only going to help you to adapt so much to that particular idea I mentioned at around the beginning of this week, which is going to be major, but it's also going to lead towards you understanding that there is an important sacrifice right now you need to make. Oh my God, what a spiritual awakening this is. This is the moment of your awakening. You will clearly know this. If this was happening like about 4 months ago, you would be like, no baby, no. But now things are going to feel completely different. What you're doing right now, it's gonna make you feel so much happier in your near future. You will be so much more happier with your life in general, you know, and I see this optimism, and I see you being really content. I see you being so excited, but at the same time I see you feeling so peaceful as well, and this is what this beautiful balance is actually going to create. You know, you by by you making this sacrifice. The sacrifice that you're gonna make, it's gonna be so important, because couple of days after that moment in time, you're gonna realize that you've got everything you need to make such an important choice in life and start this beautiful journey, which is literally going to change your life forever. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just gonna shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm gonna see what is gonna be an additional tarot message for this week as well. Let's see what our little sisters are going to reveal. Okay, so let's just see what is gonna be an additional tarot card message for this week. Oh my God, you see, you are going to have a massive achievement as well, really beautiful achievement this week. Before the end of this week, you are going to have such a beautiful achievement, and this is going to mean to you so much. This is going to make you feel so good about yourself, and you're going to feel so proud of yourself as well when it comes to this achievement. But also when it comes to this achievement you are going to have, you need to understand that there is some kind of a next step that you are going to make as well, in order to keep things going, in order to keep things moving. And this is no doubt at the time of your life where you really are moving forward from things that no longer serve you. Just remember, you need to walk away first from things that no longer serve you, that makes you feel unhappy and sad. The moment in time you do this, at that moment in time something magical happens, and you just create space for new things to come into your life. And if we don't walk away from things that no longer serve you, I'm afraid everything is just going to become stagnant, you know, in our lives. So this is why this spiritual flow is ever so important. This is also a great sign that, you know, this is such a time, this is a time of your awakening. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. And financially, there is this person who is also going to give you really brilliant advice when it comes to money and when it comes to finances. And this advice that this person is going to give you is going to seem and is going to feel like a little bit risky, but I really strongly recommend you to take this very seriously, because it is going to be ridiculously rewarding. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.